Now, what we will be doing now is we will be going through a tender document, a pre-bid query document, and we'll try to understand what is that. Okay. Now, I have taken a very simple what do you call as a pre-bid document, and this is one which is for what do you call as different applications, because we will find that almost all of them are the same, all of them are similar. That's what I should put it. Okay. Now, for a civil contract, this if you go to what you call as this is the Delhi Metro Rail Corporation's what you call as the um, Delhi Metro Rail's contract pre-bid queries. So you'll find that before the bid is submitted, they ask questions. So that's pre-bid. So for example, there is a query or suggestion. There's a query stroke suggestion. So what should be the what do you call as the you suppose you want to get is it a query or is it going to be a suggestion? Those are things which they are going to put out. Okay. I don't know if the yellow is visible against the background. Maybe this is better. Yeah, this is definitely much better. So you will find that the pre-bid queries are typically asked, which can give either which can be a question or a suggestion. So usually whenever you give a suggestion, it doesn't mean that you will be the only one who benefits, especially when the government is involved. They'll make sure that everybody gets it. See, it's quite simple. They say that there's a suggestion, please provide AutoCAD copy. Okay, they are asking a question that AutoCAD is provided. Okay, so I'm sorry, that's our cat. Okay, so now what happens is, if you are having an AutoCAD drawing, you will be in a very easy position. It will be very comfortable for you to uh, it will be very comfortable for you to work on. For example, you want to get quantities, you just take the measurement right out of that, and then you are done. Okay. Okay. Now, so this is one question which probably all the people would have asked, but then they say no, soft copy is in PDF, and they are not going to give, and that is only going to be part of the tender document. Okay. Many times the field workings will have the necessary information as much as what a detailed engineering will provide. However, people generally don't give the AutoCAD drawings, because people could take a measurement out of that and make a mistake and say, because of the drawing you gave, we got this value. And also AutoCAD drawings are prone to be modified, like we were talking, right? There can be some intentional modification or intended modification. So that is why typically PDF files are shared, and many of the people will only share scanned PDF copies. So they will physically sign on it, and then they will distribute the drawings. So this makes the working for the engineers a little difficult. I have to measure everything, and then like many times they'll give a figured dimension, and whatever scaling you use, it will not match. So it makes it even more difficult for working. Okay, so this is one reason why the contractors probably ask for a AutoCAD drawing, and why the owners may not give it. Okay, and so you will find that there will be many documents. So that is why this GAD and other things which we are talking about, many times we will not be able to put it outright. So this is the GAD which they have talked about. Okay, now moving on, you see here what happens. They are using some terms like volume 3, okay, C1 and C2. Okay, I'm sorry, the thing has become too thick. uh, right. So what happens is, they will say certain they'll say that we want what they are referring, they are giving over here. So this guy is referring the or like directly you can say he's referring the third volume. In that he's looking at clause 1. Maybe C1 is one thing, and paragraph number, everything is numbered. So he wants to refer. It could be the clause 2.1.2 even 4. So he is saying that you have told that this is the requirement as per the contract. So if you see here, he is saying you are telling us that we can adopt our own design for standard span. So usually they'll keep the spans every 30 meters or something to maintain it in a uniform pattern. Okay. So now what is the answer? They just told refer addendum 2. And again one more, like sometimes it's very annoying and irritating to see something like this as per tender documents only, especially when what you call, they are asking a specific question and then they say tender documents. Maybe the tender document is clear and the people are what you call as people are just going around asking questions for the sake of asking questions. So at that time the owner is justified. Now one more thing, drawing provided for general arrangement details is difficult to read. So again they are saying soft copy in PDF is enclosed. So what they are trying to do, like there might have been a real issue in readability of the drawing or document which they give. So they are saying that they will modify it. Okay. Now so on and so forth. You can see like what is the tender stipulation and what is the thing which they are willing to do. So here for example they are saying there is contradiction. Again you see you have to read the drawing very carefully. So in one there is what you call thing that will be made available and one is it will be provided. Okay, so again look at this, one is saying 20 kilometers, another is saying 15 kilometers. So which is the one which is correct? So maybe like in the process of generating the tender document, the owner's agent or the owner has made a mistake. So they are now going to correct it by using the addendum which they issued. So they are giving an addendum, and when you go through when probably you go through this addendum, the clarity will be attained. Okay, so clarity will be got when you go through this addendum. And basically you see a few parts. Okay, basically you see a few parts. You see that in the pre-bid query you are going to do some things. What are the things that you are going to do? You are looking at the running serial number is given. Okay, so firstly a running serial number is given, and after that you will see that they are giving also the tender document which they are referring, the clause which they are looking at, and probably sometimes the page number also. The general description what is there. So if suppose there's a contradiction or you are specifically looking at the provision in the tender document, you will reproduce it here and ask your queries. So usually this will be an Excel sheet, and the owner or his consultant will simply fill up this reply and keep it. Okay. Now let me very quickly go to another document. This is the Chennai Metro Rail's questions. Right. So I know it's a little small, but yeah. Now, if you look at any of the pre-bid queries, usually the page number has to be there. So this is a very important requirement. There should be compulsorily the page numbers mentioned. Okay, so you can see the page numbers mentioned here. Now coming here, I like this because you can see with great clarity that there are there are 17 number of pages. There are totally 17 number of pages. So you are fully aware that what you are expected to, or how many pages are expected to ensure is available in the document. Okay. So now let us move on to some of the other things. You see here the format is very similar. It is very similar to what we saw just now, right? And what is it that we saw? Just a minute, please. Yeah. So what is it that we saw? We see that there is a serial number given, there is a page number, class number and description. Very similar to the Delhi Metro Rail questions which we saw. If you see here, the Delhi Metro Rail also has similar questions, similar parts. Serial number, tender document, class number, so on and so forth. Okay. Now, what is it as per the tender document? Same thing. Okay. And you also have some pre-bid queries. Okay. So now look at this. This is a very interesting thing. We request to provide any drawings in the existing utilities. The answer which has been given is bidder to assess. How will the bidder assess? He or she is expected to go to site, see what are the lines which are running. Now I don't know how many of you are here from Bangalore. If you remember, in Bangalore you have the Silk Road to Silk Road junction. In that area there was a expansion work happening, road widening. So there was gas lines. Okay, I think natural gas is is piped there. Then you have internet lines. Just imagine anybody disrupts the internet. If anyone cuts my internet line, I'm going to be a very angry person. Okay, internet, electricity, water line, sewer line, everything is there. If you see, for example, if you want to shift a HT line or a LT line, you have to make a line in the parallel other side, one side, energize all the buildings there. So typically what they do is they will decommission the old line and then replace it on the other side, in the new location. After you lay that line, you need to ensure all the connections are given to the people. Once you give the connection only, you can remove the other line. So you see, it's a very time consuming process. If you are going to renew both the sides, time is cut short. But a very important problem, the major problem which you will face is, you are going to find that there is what you call as cost is doubling, more than doubling. I mean, it will be double. And one thing is, yes, your work is going to go faster. So you will find that these kind of things are going to have a lot of impact on the contract also. Okay. So again, you look at this. They are talking in the contract document, borehole detail has been given. So this guy is asking, kindly provide soil investigation report. So here they are told the geotechnical interpretive result is already available. Now, if suppose something goes wrong in the contract, it will not be the owner's report which will be relied on. They'll ask, why did you not do something more? If you, I mean, they'll definitely say you are expected to do more holes. Okay. Now look at this. There is one more very interesting thing, and I meant to show you this. The tender document initially required that some protection work and some vibration measurement is to be done. And again they are saying this church is 4.5 kilometers from the amenity. So why should I do this? And what is happening is, yes, it is agreed, and this is also added in the addendum number 1. So addendums are additional documents which will be supplemented to the tender documents to make good some weaknesses. So the tender document, the pre-bid queries, any addendums, any deletions, any corrigendums, all of them are put together, and then you get the what you call as the tender document. And I see Ankita has raised her hands. Ankita, yes, Ankita, do you have anything to ask now?
Yes, sir. So this pre-bid query sheet,
yes,
like how is it updated? Like when the tender is given to us,
yes,
after that all the bidders, they make these questions,
yes,
and the owner replies it. Is that's how it's going to be?
yes, that's how it's going to be. See, I'll just probably show you this. This is I took this one only to what you call as this is an electrical work actually. Now, if you look at this, they have put it bidder number 1 is asked a question, bidder number 2 is asked a question. Sometimes they'll put with the organization name, so you know who are your competitors. So if suppose I see, oh, I see that GMR is participating and BHL is also participating. So I know what is the usual strategy they adopt, and they'll also know what is the usual strategy which I adopt. So sometimes when they put it like that, it's a little much. It causes a little inconvenience to the bidders. So many times, you know, you will just put it as bidder one and bidder two. Along with the tender document, you will also have this pre-bid query, and of late all the pre-bid query documents are in Excel format. So you will type your questions. This will be the questions or whatever is being here, whatever is typed uh, by the contractor or the interested bidder. So this part will be done by them. I'm sorry, it's not. I've taken too much. Right. So actually, this is the part which the contractor will fill up, and the rest will be filled up by the owner and given. So typically, there will be a cutoff date for asking the pre-bid queries. So you study the tender document. If you want to go to the site, many times if you go to a site, you need to get the correct permissions from the people. See, for example, we were doing some work on in the thermal power plant in Bokaro, and all the power plants, airports are protected by CRPF. So it's very difficult to Central Industrial Security Force (CASF). It's not easy to get past them at all. They are almost like the army. They don't think, in the sense that their order is nobody should go in, nobody can go in. Their order is nobody should do. I mean, like, you know, nobody should probably take photographs. You cannot take photographs in many of the places, and they'll tell they'll not allow you to take photographs. It's very simple. You can get arrested. Anything. So I still remember, you know, like when we go to a site and where it is protected by, especially the Central Industrial Security Force, sometimes the smarter people will, you know, like literally frisk you, take all the cameras and phones, and then only they'll allow you in. And yeah, so but if you go back to your boss without a photograph, he said, "Did I send you for a party?" Literally. So what I want to put across here is you need to get permissions before you go into many of these places. And if you need photographs and, you know, you're not permitted, do we need to think of something different? All of these things are very important. Only when you ask the right questions, you know, like especially you'll be able to get the answers. Only when you see what is to be seen, you'll be able to make a good contract document. Okay, you'll be able to enter a tender, make a contract work in your favor, right? So, yeah. Thank you again for the question. And anybody else has a question? Yes, I look forward to your questions. I hope I answered your question, Ankita. The questions which
Yes, sir.
the questions which are asked are all usually consolidated, and they'll all be released on at a time, like, you know, maybe a few, you know, like sufficiently before. Ideally, it should be given sufficiently before the what you call as the pre-bid conference. So pre-bid conference is a meeting or pre-bid meeting. So all the people will join into the pre-bid meeting, all the bidders, and then they'll ask their, you know, even further clarification. The minutes of meeting of the pre-bid conference, the response or the reply to tender queries, pre-bid queries, and any other addendums, corrigendums will form, and of course the original tender document will form the contract document subsequently. So guys, I'll request you strongly to please go through first and foremost a tender document, and later on, you know, like you need to also look at how different people respond to the contract documents. Okay, so with this I'll stop the session for today. If you have any questions, please ask me now on what we are seeing today. Like, what is a tender? What are the process in a tender? Right. I take it that there are no questions at this moment. Okay.
Sir,
Yes. Kamani Raj.
sir, while applying for a tender, along with the BQR, they would ask for the EMD, right, sir? Early money deposit.
Honestly,
What's the purpose of deposit? What's the purpose? Sir? Because, for example, we are the one who invests whole money for the project and then collect it as bill afterwards. But why they collect a small fragment, like 1% of the total project money?
it'll be even more than that. It will be even more than that.
As far as I observed, it was 1%.
Yeah, see, 1% to 2.5% it will go. Now,
Okay,
usually, all of you should remember one thing: it's not physical money you need to actually give. Heard of this problem with one Mr. Nirav Modi. He got bank guarantees. Okay, I mean he got a different kind of payment scheme. Okay, now maybe I will not mix that with this, but there is something called bank guarantee, where you as a contractor or a company or an organization is assured that you assured by the bank that in the event of something going wrong, I will make good that money. Bank is giving a guarantee. If you look in our syllabus also, you have something called guarantee bonds and other things. So physical money is not transferred, so it means that you don't lose that much money. First point. Second point, for getting a bank guarantee, you pay a very small fraction to the bank. Okay, because they are giving you this bank guarantee, you are not spending that 1% or 2% of the project cost. The bank will give money only if it knows it is trustworthy. Okay. Suppose you all know John is into gambling. Okay, John drinks, smokes, has all the vices in the world. How much money will you give me? I am coming and asking you 10 lakh rupees.
No money, sir.
Huh?
No trust.
No money.
You will not trust me, right? That will be the thing with the other things. Suppose you see somebody like Warren Buffett. He says, I need $10 billion for buying certain stocks. What will happen? Arey, you want 10 billion, let me give you 20 billion. Literally people will be there to give him the money. Are you able to get the point? So if the company is trustworthy, automatically it will be able to give this bank guarantee very easily. So whatever is the earnest money, it is not going to affect the company. Now coming to Kanmani Raja's question, why is this bank guarantee required? Why is this earnest money required? Suppose Kanmani Raja is going to build a huge, a multiplex. Okay, so the cost of the multiplex may be a few, crores of rupees. Say, let us say it is around 1,500 crores. Now, I am going to have to pay, even if it is 1%, 10 crore as earnest money. Why is this required? Kanmani Raja would have engaged a lot of engineers for studying the feasibility, preparing the tender document, and then floating the tender, evaluating the tender. And many other people have also shown interest in doing this job, and hence they have made the bid. Now, let's say John goes and bids casually 1,500 crores. Okay, let me just say I'll put it for 1,200 crores. Now, Ankita, Sweta, Vineet, Arshad have all quoted between 1,700 crores to 1,750 crores, because what Kanmani Raja has quoted as 1,500 crores is not going to happen. Now, John, after doing all the tendering work and submitting at 1,200, Kanmani Raja says, John, please do the work. Do you think John will take up the work? If I take 1,200 crores, I am going to lose much more. So I say, I am not going to come. Kanmani Raja has told all the other people, Arshad, Vineet, Sweta, Ankita, that please, I am sorry, the job is being given to John. And John says, I will not do it. John is breaking the trust. He has put Kanmani Raja into a lot of trouble. He has to again, maybe call for tender. It may happen. Okay. And so many other things. I mean, he has spent a lot of money and invested time. There's a waste of time. So to make sure that I bid honestly, that I'm really wanting to do the job, I honestly look forward to working with Kanmani Raja. So Kanmani Raja is putting a small check so that nobody goes and says, "Arey, I bid for the fun of it." Are you able to get it? Kanmani Raja, are you from Tamil Nadu?
Yes, sir. I am from Madurai.
You're from Madurai.
Yes, sir.
You watched the movie Annamalai?
Yes, sir.
So in that they will be talking in so many crores, just like that for fun they'll be bidding, right?
Yes, sir. They would be spending within a day, right?
Yeah. So now what is happening there? He keeps raising the bid, and that is the one who is not able to pay. He'll simply keep raising the bid.
Yes.
Okay, and that means his thing was he was trying to make fun of the other person. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that the bid goes so high, and he doesn't realize that he is the one who is going to be in trouble. So what has happened? He is making a bid for the fun of it, or he's not having the money, he cannot do it, but for some reason he is trying to work on it. So you cannot play with somebody else's money. Essentially, that's why we go for earnest money. Clear?
So it is to ensure that their true motive is to complete the
Yes.
accept the work.
Correct.